Hi there guys, welcome to another video here at Online Driving Academy. So today we're going to be taking a look at vehicle controls, right? We're going to be focusing on light motor vehicles within this video. So this will be the format for this video. We will first look at a certain control. I will then give you an example of a question based on that control. And then after we're done with all the vehicle controls, we will then go on to complicated questions, right? These are questions which I feel are complicated. Remember, because the entire vehicle control section basically comprises of 8 questions, there's not going to be so many questions that they could ask you. So the first component that we are looking at today will be the steering wheel. Now, what is the purpose of the steering wheel? Obviously, we know you use the steering wheel to turn your vehicle in any direction, whether it is left or right. I would say the steering wheel is one of the most important controls of the vehicle. And a question that they could ask you in relation to a steering wheel is, which of the following would you use to turn into a driveway on the left? So let us look at the diagram, right? A would be your steering wheel, B would be your gear lever, C would be your clutch pedal, and D would be your accelerator. So is it option A, D? D would be your accelerator, so no. Would be option A, which is your steering wheel. That is correct, right? We do use our steering wheel to turn into a driveway on the left. So the correct answer here would be option B, which is component A, which is your steering wheel. So our next control that we are looking at will be your indicator lever. Remember, your indicator is used to warn other road users of your intention to turn. So if you intend on turning left, then you put your left indicator on. And if the other road users see that, then they will know to stay out of your way as you are turning left. So the question that they could ask you in this section would be, which of the following is used to warn other road users of your intention to turn right? Is it control A, your indicator lever? Is it option B, your handbrake? Is it option C, your clutch pedal? Or is it option D, your brake pedal? Obviously, your indicator lever will be the only correct answer, and that is labeled as A. Therefore, the correct answer here would have to include the letter A. And we can see option B has A. Therefore, that is your correct answer. We're now looking at the third component or control, which would be your gear lever. Now, remember, your gear lever is used to select gears. So whether you're selecting first gear, second gear, third gear, all the way up to your 6th gear, you have to use your gear lever to do so. So this question is asking, which of the following would you use to change gears from first to second? Is it A, B, C, or D? Now automatically we can see that the gear lever is labeled as C. So our option would have to include the letter C. And we can see option D will have that letter. Therefore, the correct answer here would be option D. We can now see the fourth control of the vehicle, and this will be your clutch pedal. Now, what is your clutch pedal used for? Obviously, your clutch pedal you will find in a manual vehicle, and it will be the pedal all the way to the left-hand side. Now, this clutch pedal will help you in disengaging and engaging a gear, right? Without a clutch pedal, you will not be able to change gears. So the question here asks, which of the following would you use to engage and disengage gears? Is it letter A, which is a steering wheel? Is it letter B, C, or D? Obviously, we said it is a pedal all the way to the left, and that is labeled as B. So we have to look for the option that includes the letter B. And we can see option C has that letter. Therefore, option C would be your correct answer. We're now looking at the fifth control, which would be your brake pedal. Obviously, your brake pedal will slow the vehicle down. And the question asks, which of the following would you use to slow your vehicle down while your car is moving? So is it A, B, C, or D? Now, the brake pedal will be the pedal in the center. Therefore, it is labeled as C. Option D has C. Therefore, option D will be your correct answer. We are now looking at your accelerator, right? Your accelerator is obviously used to increase the speed of your vehicle, and it will be the pedal all the way to the right. So this question is asking, which of the following would you use to increase the speed of your vehicle? So let us look at the 3 pedals that we are given. Is it B, C, or D? the pedal all the way to the right hand side will be labeled as D. Therefore, the option that has letter D will be correct. We can see that option A has the letter D. Therefore, option A will be the correct answer. We now come to the last control, which is your handbrake. The handbrake has two functions, right? The first function would be to prevent your vehicle from rolling once you have parked and switched the vehicle off. And the second use of a handbrake would be to do an incline takeoff. Remember, once you are done with your learner's license, once you have passed, you will then go on to doing your driver's license. And in the driver's license test within the yard, you will have to do an incline takeoff. Remember, if you roll on that takeoff, then you will fail. So your handbrake is used for preventing a vehicle from rolling while parked and also while doing an incline takeoff. So this question is asking, which of the following would you use to prevent your parked vehicle from rolling? Now let us look at this diagram and we can see that the handbrake is actually labeled C. So which option has the letter C? We can see option D will have the letter C. Therefore, option D will be your correct answer. Now we get to the questions that I feel are complicated. And the first question is, which of the following controls would you use to make a sharp turn to the right? Now let's think about this for a second. Which of these following controls would you use if you're going to make a sharp turn? Obviously, you would use your steering wheel. Therefore, option A has to be in the answer. You would also have to use your indicator. Therefore, option B would have to be in your answer. You might have to drop a gear or two. Therefore, option C would have to be in your answer. Now, option D, your handbrake. Obviously, you're not going to use your handbrake if you're making a sharp turn to the right. Therefore, your answer should not include option D. Now, option E, you'll have to include option E, which is your clutch pedal, because if you are going to be dropping a gear, you would have to use your clutch pedal to do so. And we can see option F is your brake pedal. And if you're going to make a sharp turn, you would have to slow down. Therefore, that has to be your answer as well. And then lastly, option G, which is your accelerator, will have to be in your answer because obviously you have to use it to speed up once you have turned. So let us look at our options and we can see from these four options, right? Option B will have letter D, which is handbrake. So this is wrong. Option C will also have your handbrake in the answer. So this is also wrong. So we can take out option B and option C. Now option D would be your steering wheel, your indicator lever, your clutch, your brake, and your accelerator. But they do not include the gear lever. Therefore, option D is also wrong. The only correct option here would be option A. So as you can see in this question, they have quite a few controls that you have to know. Obviously, you have to know the purpose of each control. And therefore, you can see that this question will test your knowledge on all the controls. Now, our next question asks, which control is used to avoid stalling your vehicle before you come to a complete stop? Now, is it your steering wheel? Is it your gear lever? Is it your handbrake? Or is it your clutch? I mentioned these four letters because these are the four letters that we have been given. And out of these four letters, only the clutch will help us. Because remember, your clutch will disengage gear. And if you're going to leave your vehicle in gear and come to a complete stop, your vehicle will stall and it will switch off. So these are the two questions that I feel are complicated. Remember, the vehicle control section will only consist of 8 questions. Therefore, there aren't so many different types of questions that they could ask you. And yeah, we have now come to the end of the video. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. If you found that this video was useful for you, then please give it a like. And if you want more videos like this, then please subscribe for more. To those that will be writing their learner's license test soon, I want to wish you guys all the best. May God bless you. Take care. Goodbye.